Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India Live, India's voice to the world. I'm Amritpal Singh. Coming up in the next 30 minutes, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates the Ashtalakshmi Mahotsav in New Delhi. Says Northeast holds immense potential to propel India's growth. India's Ministry of External Affairs says Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri to visit Bangladesh on Monday. Protesters in Seoul demand arrest of President Yoon Suk Yeol over his sudden declaration of martial law. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the Ashtalakshmi Mahotsav at Bharat Mandapam in Delhi that showcases the cultural vibrancy of Northeast India. This festival aims to showcase the beauty, diversity and promise of the 8 states of the Northeast that are Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, Manipur, Nagaland, Mizoram, Tripura and Sikkim. Known as Ashtalakshmi, these states represent the 8 forms of prosperity as embodied by the goddess Lakshmi. That's prosperity, opulence, purity, wealth, knowledge, duty, agriculture, animal husbandry. The 3-day cultural festival will run till 8th of December. In order to promote economic opportunities in the area such as traditional handicrafts, handlooms, agricultural products and tourism, the Mahotsav is featuring a variety of events. The festival showcases artisan exhibitions, Grameen Hearts, state-specific pavilions and technical session on key areas crucial to the development of the northeastern region. Addressing the gathering, the Prime Minister talked about his government's resolve to boost infrastructure of Northeast India and the work done to connect Northeast physically, emotionally and otherwise with the rest of the country.
Northeast को हम इमोशन, इकोनॉमी और इकोलॉजी इस त्रिवेणी से जोड़ रहे हैं। नॉर्थ ईस्ट से हम सिर्फ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर नहीं बना रहे, बल्कि भविष्य की एक सशक्त नींव तैयार कर रहे हैं। बीते दशकों में नॉर्थ ईस्ट की बहुत बड़ी चुनौती रही थी कनेक्टिविटी। दूर सुदूर के शहरों में पहुंचने के लिए कई कई दिन और हफ्ते लग जाते थे। हालत ये थी कि ट्रेन की सुविधा तक कई राज्यों में नहीं थी। इसलिए 2014 के बाद हमारी सरकार ने फिजिकल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पर भी और सोशल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पर भी बहुत ज्यादा फोकस किया। इससे नॉर्थ ईस्ट में इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर की क्वालिटी और लोगों के जीवन की क्वालिटी दोनों में जबरदस्त सुधार हुआ।
And the Prime Minister termed Ashtalakshmi Mahotsav as a festival for the better future of Northeast India.
अष्टलक्ष्मी महोत्सव नॉर्थ ईस्ट के बेहतर भविष्य का उत्सव है। ये विकास के नूतन सूर्योदय का उत्सव है, जो विकसित भारत के मिशन को गति देने वाला है। आज नॉर्थ ईस्ट में इन्वेस्टमेंट के लिए इतना उत्साह है। बीते 1 दशक में हम सब ने नॉर्थ ईस्ट रीजन के विकास की एक अद्भुत यात्रा देखी है, लेकिन यहां तक पहुंचना सरल नहीं था। नॉर्थ ईस्ट के राज्यों को भारत की ग्रोथ स्टोरी के साथ जोड़ने के लिए हमने हर संभव कदम उठाए हैं। लंबे समय तक हमने देखा है कि विकास को भी कैसे वोटों की संख्या से तोला गया। नॉर्थ ईस्ट के राज्यों के पास वोट कम थे, सीटें कम थी, इसलिए पहले की सरकारों द्वारा वहां के विकास पर भी ध्यान नहीं दिया गया। ये अटल जी की सरकार थी जिसने नॉर्थ ईस्ट के विकास के लिए पहली बार अलग मंत्रालय बनाया।
The region once again sidelined in terms of development and progress is now witnessing a remarkable transformation. The northeast of India under Prime Minister Narendra Modi's leadership is evolving rapidly, marked by significant investments, enhanced connectivity and peace initiatives. More in this report.
A region which remained long lost for most governments in terms of development and growth is now growing leaps and bounds. From extensive investments to increased budget allocation, infrastructure, connectivity, peace accords and more, the northeast of India is changing and changing real fast under the visionary leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. This is the northeast story of development. The Seven Sisters of India remain a special focus for PM Modi as he has visited Northeast more than 50 times in the last 10 years and his union ministers have paid more than 500 visits.
मुझे जब मेघालय आने का अवसर मिला है, हर बार आपका प्यार बढ़ता ही जाता है, आपके आशीर्वाद भी बढ़ते जाते हैं.
Clearly indicative of the priorities the government has set for the region. There is a special emphasis on connectivity in the region. Under the UDAN scheme, 12 new airports have been operationalized and 71 new air routes have been started in these 10 years. Capital cities of Assam, Tripura and Arunachal Pradesh have been connected to the broad gauge. After 75 years of independence, the first freight train reached Manipur in 2022 and the first electric train reached Meghalaya in 2023. The government has invested Rs 81,000 crore in railways, 48,000 crore rupees in road connectivity and 5,196 kilometer-long roads have been constructed in the northeast under the Bharatmala project. The Bogie-Beal Bridge was finally completed after a wait of 16 long years. 8 ropeways have also been taken up under the National Ropeway Development Program.
सबका साथ, सबका विकास, यही हमारा सेक्युलरिज्म है.
Moving on to budget allocation and investments in the region. The government has allocated Rs 4,800 crore for the year 2022-23 to 2025-26 for the Northeast. An allocation of Rs 1,500 crore has been made in PM Divine, that is Prime Minister's Development Initiative for Northeastern Region for 2022-23 and Rs 6,600 crore for 2025-26. Since 2014, investments of Rs 5 lakh crore have been made in the Northeast. 32 projects worth Rs 1,713 crore have been approved under the Special Infrastructure Development Plan of Northeast. Northeast has also witnessed a historic transformation with security and peace for the first time in decades. Incidents of insurgency have come down because in the last 5 years, more than 8,900 cadres of militant groups have surrendered and have joined the mainstream. Deaths among security forces have dropped by 71% from 458 to 132, while civilian deaths have also declined by 86%. Many pending issues related to law and order have been successfully resolved by signing of important peace agreements like 2020 Brew Agreement and Bodo Agreement, 2019 NLFT SD Agreement, 2021 Karbi Anglong Agreement, among others. Medical infrastructure has also improved in the region with PM Modi dedicating AIIMS Guwahati and 3 other medical colleges in Assam to the nation. This is the changing landscape of Northeast, where it is no longer on the margins of the India story, but is emerging as one of the country's growth engines. Northeast India is taking center stage in the country's progress for the first time.
Both houses of parliament stand adjourned till Monday following uproar on different issues. The upper house, that's the Rajya Sabha, had to be adjourned after a ruckus on the cash row, while the Lok Sabha got adjourned amidst noisy scenes by opposition members on remarks made against Congress leader Rahul Gandhi by BJP MP Nishikant Dubey. My colleague Vishal Baristo reports.
The cash row struck the upper house with the chair announcing the discovery of a bundle of Indian currency. The chairman of the house, Jagdeep Dhankar, informed the house that a wad of Indian currency notes were found on the seat number 222 assigned to Congress MP Abhishek Manu Singhvi. An investigation has been ordered by the chair in this regard.
The matter was brought to my notice, and I felt it expedient, as per practice and ordainment, to ensure that investigation takes place in accordance with law, and the same is underway.
Reacting to the announcement, Leader of the Opposition and Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge said that till the investigation is over, the name should not be disclosed. Later, the concerned MP from Congress rubbished the whole episode.
I think more important is that everything in the House should not lead to cheap tactics and arop, pratyarop, allegation, counter-allegation for everything. I think it demeans our level.
Responding to the cash row, Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiren Rijiju said he agrees with the observation of the chairman that there must be a serious investigation and the concerns raised by the members are also very genuine. He said one should not have any objection to it.
It is a serious matter, and I fully agree with the observation of the Honourable Chairman that there must be serious investigation, and the concern raised by the Honourable members are also very genuine.
Leader of the House and Union Minister J.P. Nadda also echoed the same views, saying that it is an unprecedented incident and everyone should condemn it. He said such incidents lower the dignity of the upper house.
With healthy mind and with healthy spirit, we should take it and the investigation should continue और detail आना चाहिए. साथ ही साथ इस घटना को condemn सभी लोगों को करना चाहिए.
In the lower house, that is the Lok Sabha, when the lower house reassembled after the first adjournment at 12 noon, BJP MP Nishikant Dubey repeated his Thursday's allegations that a US-based investor, a foreign media platform, and the Congress are trying to derail India's success story. Opposition members led by the Congress created ruckus on Dubey's allegations against the leader of the opposition Rahul Gandhi and other Congress leaders. The presiding officer adjourned the House for the day.
Well, the first 2 weeks of the winter session have been purely antithesis, especially when it comes to operations, deliberations and discussions along with passing of bills in Parliament. Week 1, the opposition seemed united and put up protests time and again, and Parliament was disrupted for the entire week. However, week 2, chinks in the opposition armour were clearly seen and Parliament functioned smoothly for the entire 5-day period with almost 4 bills. 2 bills in the Rajya Sabha, 2 bills in the Lok Sabha getting passed. With my colleague Vishal Baristo and camera person SP Dubey, Anil Thomas, DD India, New Delhi.
And still to come up on this edition of DD India Live, UN Chief Antonio Guterres urges an end to bloodshed in Syria. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov says ignoring Russia's red lines is a very serious mistake. Australian police search for 2 suspects over arson attack in Melbourne synagogue. You're watching DD India Live. I'm Amritpal Singh. An important update: India's Foreign Secretary will visit Bangladesh on December 9th. That's Monday for Foreign Office consultations and will meet his counterparts there. He will discuss issues on mutual interest. He will hold several meetings apart from meeting his counterpart. This was announced by the spokesperson of India's External Affairs Ministry, Randeep Jaiswal, during a media briefing in New Delhi.
Foreign Secretary is is scheduled to visit Bangladesh on 9th of December, and he will meet his counterpart, and there will be several other meetings during the visit. Foreign Office consultations led by the Foreign Secretary is a structured engagement between India and Bangladesh. We look forward to this meeting.
And the civil society of Delhi, in collaboration with over 200 social and cultural organizations, has announced a protest march on December 10th, that's coming Tuesday, in the national capital, Delhi, to raise the issue of violence against Hindus and minorities in Bangladesh. Speaking on the issue, former Indian High Commissioner to Bangladesh, Veena Sikri, said these are the worst attacks on minorities since Bangladesh's liberation in 1971.
The attacks on the minorities, the attacks on the Hindus and all the other minorities, Buddhist, Christian, other communities, they have increased so much that since 1971, such attacks on minorities have not been seen in Bangladesh. And how the fact that nobody is being apprehended and punished is the reason why the attacks are continuing. So the administration of Professor Muhammad Yunus is in complete denial, because all these attacks have been taking place, according to every evidence, by the Islamist organization, by the Jamaat-e-Islami, by the Islami Chhatra Shibir, the Students' Wing and other organizations. It's complete mayhem, it's a mobocracy.
Former Indian High Commissioner to Bangladesh, Veena Sikri, said the only way to come out of the present crisis is by conducting fair and inclusive elections in the country.
Elections have to be the first and foremost charge of this interim regime, interim administration, because even in the Bangladesh constitution, when there was this fairly unique arrangement of an caretaker government, it was called caretaker government, CTG, even that caretaker government had the authority only to maintain law and order for 90 days, and within that 90-day period to organize free, fair and inclusive elections. So I think the most important method would be for the interim administration to do the same. Have free, fair and inclusive elections.
South Korea remains on high alert amid widespread reports of another looming martial law declaration. However, Defense Minister refuted such reports, saying he would not obey any such order. Reports came in as the country's civic group of military human rights claimed that suspicious circumstances of a second martial law declaration had been detected. Organization's head said that several army units have been ordered to wait for an emergency call for the day after the impeachment vote of President Yoon Suk Yeol. And reacting to developments in South Korea, the Ministry of External Affairs of India said that India has a strong economic and political partnership with South Korea. India is monitoring the developments there and has strong investments, trade linkages and defense cooperation. Spokesperson of the Indian Foreign Ministry said that India is maintaining a close watch and he hoped that the situation stabilizes soon.
We have strong economic and political partnership. We are obviously monitoring the developments in South Korea. We have very strong investment trade linkages. We have very strong defense cooperation with South Korea. We also have very strong people-to-people ties in South Korea. We also have a large number of Indian nationals who live in South Korea. All these developments, we continue to maintain a close watch. So that, if there is any eventuality or anything, these may have a bearing on the safety of our Indian nationals, as also bearing on our interests. We maintain a close watch, and hopefully, we hope that the situation in the country will stabilize soon. The
European Union and 4 South American countries have concluded a controversial trade deal that was opposed by France and many European farmers. However, the European Commission chief Ursula von der Leyen said that it's a win-win agreement. EU chief's comments came when she was attending a summit of the Mercosur bloc, which involved the deal, which also comprises of Brazil, Argentina and Paraguay.
My fourth message is that economically this is a win-win agreement. Europe is already Mercosur's second largest investment and trade partner. So you know how we do business together. We're focused on fairness and mutual respect. EU-Mercosur will bring meaningful benefits to consumers and businesses on both sides.
UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has said that there is an urgent need for immediate humanitarian access to all civilians in need in Syria and return to a UN-facilitated political process to end the bloodshed.
After 14 years of conflict, it is high time for all parties to engage seriously with Geir Pedersen, my special envoy for Syria, to finally chart a new, inclusive and comprehensive approach to resolving this crisis in line with Security Council Resolution 2254. It's time for serious dialogue. I once again urge all those with influence to do their part for the long-suffering people of Syria.
Russian President Vladimir Putin touched down in Belarusian capital Minsk for a meeting with his counterpart Alexander Lukashenko, where the pair are expected to conclude a treaty on mutual security guarantees. Russia and Belarus share an alliance with the Union State, which is a borderless union between the two neighboring countries. And Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has said that he hoped that Ukraine's allies would take Moscow's recent use of a hypersonic missile in the conflict seriously. He also warned that Russia was ready to use any means to defend itself.
We are sending signals, and we hope that the last one, a couple of weeks ago, the signal with the new weapon system called Doreshnik,
yes,
was taken seriously. I mean, you, the United States, and the allies of the United States, who also provide this long-range weapons to the Kiev regime, they must understand that we would be ready to use any means not to allow them to succeed in what they call strategic defeat of Russia.
Australian police is looking for two people suspected of deliberately starting a fire at a Melbourne synagogue. The fire left one injured and caused widespread damage. The fire that broke out in Adass, Israel synagogue is being treated as a deliberately lit fire. Congregants gutted much of the inside of the building in Melbourne's southeast. However, no serious injuries were reported. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese condemned the fire as a deliberate, unlawful attack, saying anti-Semitism has no place in Australia. He added that the counter-terror police were involved in the investigation.
That this was a shocking incident, should be unequivocally condemned. There's no place in Australia for an outrage such as this. To attack a place of worship is an attack on Australian values. To attack a synagogue is an act of anti-Semitism, is attacking the right people should have to practice their faith in peace and security.
In Sri Lanka, visitors thronged the Mahindra stall at the BYD Motor Show held in Colombo. The Indian auto company showcased 3 of its popular cars as Sri Lanka anticipates lifting of restrictions on import of cars. The motor show is being held until the 8th of December, where several auto companies have displayed their vehicles. Well, India's public broadcaster Prasar Bharati has recently launched the Waves app. It's an OTT platform. Waves provides a complete infotainment ecosystem to digital media and OTT audience. If you want great content for free, then download Waves today. And that's it in this edition of DD India Live. But do let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. For those on the go, can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on DD India's mobile app. The app is available in both Android and iOS platforms. Scan the QR codes that you see on your screens to download. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Amritpal Singh from my entire team here in Delhi. Thank you very much for watching DD India Live.